Good evening, everyone. Welcome to VR Master League for some more exciting Echo Arena. We have a few matches lined up for you tonight, but before we get too far into that, tonight I am Dano McFabulous on casting and camera, and with me is the one and only the lovely Jeepgirlz. How are you tonight, Jeep?
Fantastic, and looking so forward to this 4-match lineup over the next couple of hours. We've got them coming in at the top of each hour, 7, 8, 9, and 10 o'clock. So make sure you hang out with us all evening. Grab something to drink and put your feet up and let us do the work for you as you get to enjoy more Echo Arena.
Yes, enjoy it indeed. So our first matchup tonight is Playmakers versus StarZone. Let me correct that screen. I just noticed it says Playmakers twice. They're playing themselves. It's it's one of those nights. StarZone. There we go. There we go, everyone. Nice and changed. So, I lost my train of thought. So on StarZone tonight, we have Haywee, Random Hype, Spider Guy, and Jordan. Over on Playmaker side tonight, we have Midnight Trumpet, Wiglets, Lucky, and Maja. This should be exciting as the ready-ups are starting to come in.
They are. They're both silver 4s, so this is going to be a well-balanced match, I do believe. We've got a lot of fantastic people hanging out with us in the Twitch chat right now. My dear sweet friends, Scorpion Lance, and of course, the amazing Jucifer, Milky Boys coming in down there, Craze, all of you guys hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate you being here, and we're so glad you get to watch these games with us this evening.
Starting in.
Yes, it's always great having people in the Twitch chat. You guys are the biggest reason why I do this. Honestly, the interacting with you guys is some of my favorite part because we're all here for the same reason, because we love Echo. And speaking of loving Echo, here we go for round 1.
And here they go with that joust. It is going to be, well, it's going to go right back as it heads down to the Playmakers into the arena, but Midnight Trumpet going to make that grab, sending it right back down into the StarZone, almost into the goal. That is going to be Lucky M picking that one up, but again, it's stolen away by Random Hype and sent right back down into the midfield area into Haywee's hands.
Fantastic start so far. I think both teams are warmed up. These teams look ready to go. I know they were nice and early for their match, so they were practicing. So this should be a fantastic match to kick us off tonight as we see Spider Guy with the disc in the half line, looking to pass it back to their teammate Random, kind of playing some back and forth here. Just good idea getting that flow back, get that muscle memory going nice and early in the round here, and just climbing it, her slowly going forward, no pressure, walking it in, taking the shot. Spider Guy with the first 2 points for StarZone.
Nicely done indeed. I'm interested to see how Playmakers are going to respond to that, if they're going to be able to get some points up on the board there pretty quickly for themselves. 1 minute in, and it's interesting to me. Sometimes we see really fast goals on that first one, and sometimes it takes a few minutes. So it's always interesting to see how it changes throughout the end of the match. We did see a player from Playmakers still in the tunnels after they launched. It does look like they have made it out now. Wiglet's going to make that clear, sending that just right back down into the StarZone end of the arena as it does head for the trench. It's going to be Jordan picking that one up right now as Lucky M gets stunned out. Definitely using some teamwork tonight as they are taking players out one at a time. That disc is going all the way down into the hands of Random Hype. Random Hype just hanging on to it right outside of the bubble. Going to sink that one in with a well-executed goalie stun, getting StarZone a 4-point lead.
StarZone coming out with some very strong passing to start here. Started with just that back and forth, but now here in the second rollout, some more across the arena passing, really holding that possession. It's really, so far, just been a possession for StarZone, and Playmakers trying to get it from them here, and it's really resulting out well for StarZone.
It is. Playmakers keeps holding one player really far back into the tunnels, which is really interesting. They're coming out. They're not stacking on launch, which is interesting to me. I haven't seen too many teams do that, so this is intriguing. As Random Guy, nope, that was Spider Guy, sends out across to Haywee. Gonna lose possession though as Maya gets that disc, sending it right back out of the goal area there. Getting it back again is Maya. Gonna send that disc right through. Midnight Trumpet was there with them, but Random Hype is in possession of that disc, stacked up with Spider Guy, ready to go, but the Geos are gonna get in the way.
Is it Maya? Is that supposed to be like a J like that?
I don't know.
Oh. Alrighty then. Alright. Well, we'll go with one of them. I was Maja, so Maya. That sounds.
Maja?
Oh, I just sitting here debating Maja or Maya's name, and we got StarZone here. Random Hype putting in a 3-point goal, putting them now to 7 points.
So they are roughly coming in right now every minute. That's been at the 9:09, 8:03, and now 7-minute mark to get those goals. Playmakers definitely holding them off. They're not able to score extremely quick, which is nice to see. Lucky M going to send that disc right down into the bubble. Going to be picked up by Jordan and the stack, turning that one around, sending it back down into the trap area. We see stacks coming in from Playmakers as Lucky M picks that disc up. Going to maneuver around the players there, get that one over to Wiglets. Wiglets moving right into the space, going to find cross with Maja, and right into the goal, getting points on the board for Playmakers.
Yeah, you know, good job for Playmakers there. This is kind of the first solid possession we saw there. Great passing. They were spread out. You could tell they were communicating just from the body language, and it resulted in their first goal. So, you know, here's hoping that it's the start of a goal streak for them, kind of close that point gap. Those kind of games we really like to see.
Yeah, we would definitely like to see more of that. They're holding up really well, though. Both of these teams are playing very aggressively. There we go. We do see a bit of a turnaround here as we saw Maja take that shot. Gonna send that one in. Gonna not quite get there yet, as StarZone was trying to get there. They do end up with the disc in possession. Spider Guy sends that one right into the bubble, but it is not going to connect with that goal. Hey, we're gonna try it again, but what a grab by Midnight Trumpet, denying that goal, sending that one right back down to the tunnel and all the way through as Jordan gets a hand on it.
You can see what StarZone was trying to do. They had someone going for the goalie, just didn't quite line up, unfortunately. But I mean, had that goalie not been there, or had they executed it, would have been a beautiful 3-point goal. Playmakers has a chance to turn it around, but unfortunately, you know, that shield just moved in their way. I saw it; it wasn't there before, but now bouncing back here. Oh, great recovery here from StarZone. Haywee gonna put it in for 3 more points.
Nicely done. That was very well executed. I'm not sure if that was their intention then, but those, you know, when the disc pops back like that, they definitely were able to capitalize on that opportunity. Joust advantage back on the Playmaker side. This round is halfway over as we see them come out stacked up, ready to go. Lucky M going to send it quickly down through the tunnel, all the way into the opposition's hand as Haywee gets a hand on that one, sending it right back down into the orange bubble.
Ooh, this dangerous 2 times in a row that they're going to capitalize on a mistake. Ooh, Lucky Playmakers does make it back and prevent StarZone from turning that mistake around. Can Playmakers turn their own mistake back into a positive? Let's see here. No, it's going to be Jordan picking it up, looking for options, trying to clear it out. It will get to Random Hype getting stunned out, though, and Maja now taking the disc, moving it forward, going for the bounce, and sending to Lucky, but doesn't quite connect, but it will be connected to Midnight. Midnight going for the cut pass, but it isn't quite going to line up with their teammate. Looks like they will recover, though, for one more attempt.
Ooh, such another close shot again. Jordan able to make that grab and clear, sending that one right down into the midfield area. Jordan picks it up again, sending it all the way down into the bubble, into the hands of Random Hype, who's going to sink that one in for 2 more points. Up on the board for StarZone. They're taking a very solid lead in this first round.
Yep, StarZone indeed taking a solid lead there, as we saw Random Hype with a celebratory dance right after the goal. It's a little bit of a little shimmy around there. Now Joust advantage back to Playmakers. 10 points behind, 3.5 minutes left. You know, it's definitely time to come back. And it is round 1. We always see round 1s, you know, you got to learn how to play against your other team, so to speak. We now have Random clearing that disc for StarZone. Looking for another shot at that goal. It's going to go around the defense. Random Hype's going to get in there to steal it away, passing it over to Spider Guy. Spider Guy going through the shield. Thought he was going for the attempt there, but no, he's going to dance around a little bit off the backboard, and he's not quite going to get it this time around, but let's see what happens next.
We had some great stacking coming in from Playmakers right now, getting the disc right back down into the bubble. The stack from StarZone is pretty quick, getting back on defense, but a mistake is going to cost possession as Wiglets picks that one up, sending it right into the goalie's hands, and then Lucky M going to finish it off, getting points on the board again for Playmakers.
Playmakers goal number 2. They're down, not out. That's what they're saying here with 2.5 minutes remaining. Still time for that momentum to change. You know, that's definitely a quicker time between from the start of the game of their first goal and their first goal of their second. So it's interesting to see Playmakers changing here. I think they're just getting some bit more passes together, a little bit more coordination, which is allowing them to get a few more attempts at the goal.
It is, and they're not being shy on taking those shots right now. We see, oh, that one's gonna work. They're starting to chip away at that lead. You know, StarZone was in a very comfortable position a few moments ago, and Playmakers has just kind of turned it on in the second half of this first round.
Yeah, it's definitely solid proof. Until that buzzer sounds, you don't stop trying, you don't stop giving it your all, because especially now there is time. Now they're only, I feel like it was seconds ago I was saying they're 10 points behind. Now they're only 6 points behind in a matter of less than a minute. So 2 goals back to back, nice and quick. But now we see StarZone trying to respond, missing that last pass. Can they recover? Ooh, it's still floating around everyone. Lucky gonna get the clear out, but unfortunately it's gonna clear right to Random Hype's hand, giving StarZone another attempt at the goal. Spider guy going in. Oh, past a Hype. Now a shot to the goalie that was stunned, but another goalie flew from behind. Lucky in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, they were lucky. Oh. Jordan right now with that disc, gonna turn around, sending it back across the arena. Not quite gonna connect that pass though, and it's gonna be Spider guy who does get a hand on it, sending it off the back wall, but saved by Lucky M. Sending that just right back out again. Haley gonna move in again, but man, they are definitely being very aggressive. Your Playmakers are attacking that disc, and they're just not letting anything by right now.
Yes, the defense is definitely doing really well here, kind of denying everything. You know, just playing some solid man, getting every man covered. Now they just need to get it out of their side and get some more attempts to try and close that point gap as we are coming down. I just realized we're kind of 40 seconds remaining here. There's not quite time for Playmakers to come back at this point for this round, but momentum's in their favor. Can they get another goal? Yes, Maja for 2. Playmakers now at 8, only 4 points behind. Fantastic turnaround.
Yeah, they definitely turned it on. I think we're going to see a different game entirely in round 2. But we'll see. We're not done just yet. StarZone coming out with the joust. They've got several seconds. A mistake right here could cost them significantly as they come out grabbing that disc. It's going to be Jordan. Jordan's going to send it right through the midfield all the way down the arena. They did not make a mistake just yet. Midnight Trumpet does grab that disc, sending it back through the midfield.
Ooh. Just like that, it's done. And, you know, Playmakers did have that last possession. They turned it around. You know I shouldn't say this because it's so early, but with the momentum change we're seeing come out of Playmakers, round 3. I know it's early. You knew it, right? It was like,
I know.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
And you know what? The way we have our matches lined up tonight is perfect. There is time. Every match could go to 3 rounds, overtime if they want.
Overtime,
yeah.
yes.
We got an hour between rounds, so any teams listening that are playing tonight, just keep that in mind.
Play hard. Give us all 3 rounds in every match this evening. Dosterman coming in with a sub there. Thank you so very much. We greatly appreciate you. And that is how we're able to continue to do all the great things we do. So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you indeed. Let's taking a quick look at the stats here at StarZone. We have a Random Hype as the point leader. So, I mean, Playmakers, you know, maybe give a little attention to him. Don't let him get those shots in there. But, you know, all around teamwork, too. 3 assists coming on StarZone side. 1 from Random themselves, Spider and Jordan. And that's always a true testament to the winning team. You always see just assists across the board.
Yeah, and that's a really nice thing to see. It shows that they are team players and that they're willing to, you know, give it for the sake of their team. They're willing to pass that disc off, and that's a huge skill in Echo, obviously. Any sport.
Oh yeah, some people it's hard for them to be like, oh, they just have to be the one to score. Some people just then they can't get over that. But once you get over that and don't care who gets the credit, you'd be surprised what you can achieve.
Absolutely. As that disc is going right back right now, it's going to be in the hands of Wiglets. Going to lose possession of that disc, bouncing it up to Midnight Trumpet, who loses possession, but Wiglets is able to get a hand on it again, right down to the floor as they are trying to get to it, and StarZone does make that clear. Haley, we're going to pop that disc right back down into the midfield area. Midnight Trumpet is trying to get there, but it's going to be Wiglets who comes out with that disc right now. Wiglets going to send it right down to Lucky M. Lucky M is in a very good position. There's no defense on them right now. They have a moment to breathe and look around for the best option. Going to find Wiglets across the arena. Everybody's just kind of hanging, but a little too long hanging onto that disc. And Haley able to make the stun, costing a possession change.
Yeah, you know, I was going to say, so this round is a change around so far. I remember beginning of last round saying it was StarZone with possession, and that whole first minute was basically Playmakers this time with possession here. So a turnaround and a goal here. Definite change from round 1 as we see Wiglet getting that disc out of the bubble, slapping it out right past the midfield defense as it keeps going now up for grabs. Which stack's going to get there first? It's going to be picked up by Maja. Takes a shot and the open goal gets 3 points for Playmakers. And just like that, Playmakers is in the lead by 3 points.
Yes, they are. Definitely. Wow. Okay. So things have changed a little bit since round 1. And well, now StarZone has that joust advantage. They've got 8.5 minutes left on the clock. We haven't seen a goal out of them though since the 3.5 minute mark from the last round. So they definitely have some work to do. Hayway now with that disc moving right in. Oh, but Playmakers gonna get in their way, sending it just back out of the bubble, picked up and sent back in again. Gonna connect back to Random Height, who's gonna pop that one forward to Hayway on the ceiling, inverted, moving down, but the disc gets stolen away, and Midnight Trumpet is able to make that clear, sending that right back down.
Defense at a Playmakers, everything, offense, defense, their stacks are catching up. I mean, the last stack they won, that one they're just behind, but they stole it. I mean, Playmakers has just really geared up since round one. And very excited to see what continues to play out here. It's a very different tempo of a game, and I am loving it so far.
I am too. It's nice and fast and aggressive, and they're working really hard to get that disc moved down, working as teams. It's really nice to see. Spider Guy back to Hayway. Hayway in, but not quite into the goal. A great effort, though, as Jordan's trying to get there, but the stack is going to come in from Playmakers first, getting that disc all the way down into the bubble. Picked up again by Maja, and in the goal, Playmakers taking a 6-point lead right now in this second round.
Oh, I'm overfilled with joy. It's awesome. You know, fantastic work, Playmakers, to your comeback here so far. Shouldn't really can't congratulate on a comeback quite yet. I mean, the round is far from over. We just crossed the 7-minute mark. We're only 3 minutes in. So plenty of time here as Spider Guy is carrying it down the field over to Jordan. And StarZone really playing it forward, trying to break this, I don't want to say curse, but this gap of not being able to score. And Playmakers just dominating now. And now the disc back up for grabs.
And they're going to take the stack. That was interesting to see. That was a wise play as Lucky M went for the stack instead of just trying to get to the disc first. Going to pick up Maja. Maja's going to send that disc right back down into the midfield. As they are trying to get to it, it is going to be that stack from Playmakers with Midnight Trumpet grabbing that disc, sending it all the way down into the bubble. And back out again as Random Hype scoops it up. Oh, Lucky M doing some crazy work right now, getting that disc away from the defense. Working that one right down underneath the goal, looking for the shot. The goalie stunned, and that is in off of Spider Guy.
We have a Milky Boy in chat. First of all, hello. I don't think I've said hello yet, and you've been here. Second of all, he's saying that the momentum's going to shift and StarZone is going to come back. Has confidence in StarZone. Let me guess, did you vote for StarZone?
Oh, yeah, that's my guess. That's my guess. Okay, well, you know what? Either way, it's a fantastic game, and this has been a fantastic match. A lot of fun to see. Midnight Trumpet gonna get a hand on that, but not quite all the way enough, and that one's in the goal, and StarZone is on the board here.
Yes, exactly what we like to see. I knew they were going to get on the board. I knew it was only a matter of time. You know, we saw that they could do it in the last round, so it's just a matter of figuring out this new and improved Playmakers playstyle, and that's all they're doing. They're adjusting now. So we now see a disc up for grabs, being picked up by Maja, looking for a clear. Gets it out just before the stun comes in, but it will be turned over by Jordan with a beautiful pass down to Spider Guy. Didn't quite have an opportunity because all the defense was down there, but now the rest of StarZone's there, and a beautiful bounce off the ceiling to Hayway, and just like that, back-to-back goals for StarZone.
Very nice. And Milky Boy said yes, they put 1.2K on StarZone. So, well, you know, keep cheering. We'll see what happens. Positive and reinforcement works sometimes, right?
Absolutely.
Willing them to win. Mata with that disc right now. Going to quickly send that one down into the midfield. Getting stunned out. And that's going to cost an early release of that disc. Random Hype picks it back up, sending it right back down to the bubble. Defense is home as Lucky M gets a hand on that disc, sending it right back through for the clear. It is going, but Random Hype is there to make that grab and return it. Of course, the Night Trumpet is also there. Going to send that disc right down into the trench area. Geos are getting in the way, and that disc is bouncy as Maja picks it up.
I feel like everyone is everywhere all the time as that goes to Wiglets and in for a quick 2 more points for Playmakers. Playmakers trying to extend that lead back to what they had because that lead was becoming a little less comfortable, so to speak. You know, they are only at 6 points, which is still at least 2 goals, which is nice. Better than being, you know, 1 goal away, but still not far at all. StarZone can definitely still take this back and take the game if they start turning things around relatively soon.
Yeah, because 3.5 3.5 minutes is a long time in Echo Arena.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
long time. A lot can change. A lot can shift. Jordan right now with that disc, though, moving right into the bubble. Oh, an unfortunate release is going to ding that one off the ring and back out again. Random Hype does take possession, but Majai is going to steal it. Sending it back down, going to bounce it back into their own hands and send it all the way down into the trap area as they're all trying to race to get to it. Wiglets has that disc and send it across the arena, just trying to get it out of the space, which was so incredibly concentrated with players. Lucky M gonna bounce it off the back wall and back in the hands of Wiglets as Wiglets is moving in, looks for the cut, gonna find Lucky M for the little dunk there.
Get to your launcher.
Oh, fantastic play from Playmakers there. I mean, the bounce, I don't know if that bounce off the backboard was meant to go over to Wiglets, but intentional or not, it was absolutely beautiful. Set them up for that pass over to Lucky, who was just hanging out on the goal there and just, pops it in for another two.
Jordan comes out grabbing that disc right now for StarZone. Gonna send that one quickly down to Spider Guy. Spider Guy is just gonna keep moving. Sends that disc forward again to Random Hype. Random Hype moving into the space. Gonna take the shot off the back wall, and it's gonna come back out again. Jordan getting there first, getting a hand on that disc, turning it around, sending it across the arena and into the hands of Haywee, who is moving right down towards the center of the arena. We see a lot of stunning going on right there inside the bubble, and the shield gonna cause some havoc.
Orange clears.
Ooh, that was unfortunate. I gotta hate when the environment or the shield just knocks the disc out of your hand, like, rude. But anyway, now the disc now with Wiglets. Oh, Wiglets getting stunned out, picked up by Jordan. Jordan looking for options, has two attackers coming in, manages to get it out, does connect with Haywee. Haywee gonna get it all the way downfield, lining that up in the bubble. Can they get the, ooh, yes, it's gonna be Random, and no, Lucky is gonna steal the disc from Random and clear it down the opposite direction.
That stack came in super quick to grab that disc, getting back on defense. It's being backed into the bubble just a bit, trying to get away from the offensive player. Sending that disc all the way down the arena. Gonna bounce off that pesky shield once again and back into the hands of Random Hype, who's gonna send it forward right into the bubble. Lucky M, of course, was home. Gonna make a nice clear across the arena all the way down the midfield area and into the trench, but it's going to be Jordan who picks it up. Oh, and losing possession as stunning stacks come through. Maja with that disc now going to drop it, and it's going to be back in the hands of Random Hype.
It's a nice little tussle for possession of the disc there. Now with Spider Guy going for the mail slot shot, and ooh, just a little wide as the defense was getting back. Had that been accurate, it may have been a 3-point for them, but unfortunately not this time. It's went to the hands of Wiglet, bouncing off the wall. That was dangerous territory to going in for a 3-point as well. Now a big tussle. I mean, almost every player was right there at the disc. That was incredible, as the disc now in the midline being cleared by Lucky.
Intercepted.
It's Spider Guy on the floor with that disc, gonna send it right up. Trying to get that one up there to Jordan. It's gonna wind up in Jordan's hands anyway, though, with a nice bounce off of the bow tie. Random Hype scooping it up, putting it in for the goal. Shrinking that lead, I should say, to 6 points. However, we are in a similar situation that we were in last time at the end of that last round, where they could get one more goal right now. We'll see if they're able to do that.
Absolutely shall. This is a true testament. Like I said before, you play until the buzzer sounds, and coming out of the tunnels. Oh my goodness, they're not going to go. Oh, whew. They almost got another goal, but just like that, there is no time left. And you know what, Jeep? I didn't curse it. I called it this time. We're going to see a round 3 here for the first match of the evening. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm not disappointed in that. That was interesting, though. Why Playmakers didn't decide to come out of the tunnel? All they had to do was defend for a second. I mean, they already had it in the bag, but StarZone could have very easily gotten one more goal there right at the last second. Interesting.
Perhaps
So
they wanted
we do have a pause right now, so
pauses. You know, I mean, you have that between round of up to 5 minutes that between the two teams they can take for a total of 5 minutes. I should add, not 5 minutes each. Total of 5 between two teams if anyone wants it. Otherwise, just let the game default count down the minute and you're good to go. But you know what? I think I said this yesterday. Between round 2 and 3, I think in my experience is the most common time I see the between round pause used. And it makes total sense.
Yeah.
You're going into round 3. It's do or die. Like let's have a powwow.
yeah. And you get a little tired, and you might want to drink by then, because if you play like we play, we're screaming and yelling and shouting and jumping around and having a crazy good time. So you get a little dehydrated feeling at the end of round 2. You need a drink.
Oh, Absolutely. I mean, being, hydrated and energized is kind of a key part of success in any sport. If you're not hydrated, you're not going to perform at your peak. And unless you're not playing competitively, but I mean, as far as I know, when you're in this league, you're here to win. I mean, and have fun, of course.
And of course, have fun. Of course, those kind of go in. They kind of go together. You always have more fun when you are winning.
This is true. Not so much when you're losing.
It depends. It depends on your team, though. We've had some games that we've lost that we have had an absolute blast during. Just the fantastic matches. And then we've had some that we've won that have been very aggravating and frustrating. So I think that can go either way.
Yep, you never know. I mean, honestly, I think it's winning, losing. I mean, obviously, they can definitely influence how you feel. But honestly, I've lost games and been ecstatic because the team I'm playing against are such good sports.
Right.
They're not rubbing it in your face. They're not, telling everything you did wrong. It's just all good sportsmanship and good game. Sometimes they might offer constructive criticism because there is a difference.
There is.
And when you meet the right teams, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose because you just have such a good time with those people.
We've even had teams say, would you like us to tell you what we saw from your team? Like they don't just hand it to you. They're like, if you would like us to tell you what we saw, then we will. And it's normally been very constructive.
Oh, for the most part. Usually. Yeah. There's always the odd one, but it's par for the course, I should say. And as I say that there, the pause is coming to an end, so we should see this lovely round 3 coming to play very shortly here.
We should. And if you're just joining us, we have matches for you at the top of every hour. So this one, the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock this evening, and you're not going to want to miss them. Some of these games are incredible. Actually, all of them are incredible. Who am I kidding? So you're definitely going to hang out. And then tomorrow, Dano and I will be here bright and early to bring some incredible OCE matches. So you're going to want to check those out too.
Yes, bright and early, 6:30 a.m. early.
What have I done?
Right. But you know what? It's going to be great. I always love being in the OCE region and casting those teams. They're always a lot of fun, always great spirited. So you know what? Some of you guys just plan your sleep schedule tonight. Be up with us. Come hang out.
You know what? Just go to bed like after 9 in the morning. Just stay up. Not encouraging that.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Not at all. Not at all. But I mean, kinda.
But I am. Kind of.
All right, here we go. The tunnels are open. The teams are out. Gonna be a beautiful headbutt from Spider Guy starting us off in this third round. But Lucky is going to collect it, dance around the defense, trying to clear it out. But it is gonna bounce around the environment and not quite go out, and being turned over by Spider Guy, but turned over again by Maja, who is gonna get the clear out finally.
Yes, and that one's going to go all the way down. The stack does get home from StarZone. This is going to be an exciting third round because it has gone so back and forth between rounds 1 and rounds 2. I'm really excited to see the outcome here. Midnight Trumpet sends that disc back, but it's going to be back in the hands of Random Hype. Pops that one right back forward to Jordan. Jordan moving around, getting that one through, and that one's going to be in. Unfortunately, off of Lucky M, and they are on the board first here in round 3.
Always unfortunate when it shows as a self goal. But, at the end of the day, they still scored. So even if your name's on it, it is what it is, unfortunately. The best thing you can do right now is come back out of these tunnels, pick up that disc like Maja did, keep this moving down the arena, and make a goal. So now we got Lucky in the tunnel, getting stunned, but getting the pass just in time. But unfortunately, pass is slow enough that the stack from StarZone can intercept and clear and chase and bounce in the goal for 3 points.
Goodness gracious. You said that about self-goal. At least if your name is on the board, that means you really gave it a solid effort. Like, you could not have tried any harder to have saved that goal than getting the OG, the self-goal there. So, Jeepgirlz is back on the Playmakers side right now. 8.5 minutes left on the clock. They are just down by 2 goals, and that disc is going as it's picked up right now by Lucky M. Gonna send that one all the way down, but it's gonna be intercepted by Jordan. Jordan getting a little bit of a leech there from Midnight Trumpet, who is stunning them out, blocking that stack from carrying back up. Maja gonna send it right back down into the bubble, off the shield, and putting it in is Midnight Trumpet for the goal.
Great job there from Playmakers, capitalizing on that, turning around into a goal, getting them on the board, at least decently early here in the round. not allowing StarZone to get too much of a lead. Like you said, I don't really know what to think of this third round, how it's going to go. It's a back and forth. We've seen it go like extreme one way, extreme the other, and yeah, I don't even know what to expect. So we're going to watch it unfold here with all of you live right now.
No place I'd rather be. Jordan with that disc right now. I'm going to pop it right down to Spider Guy for the shot. It is good, and StarZone takes a 5-point lead again.
12, 11,
You know, that lead, 5 points, 3 points. It don't matter until the game is over. 7 minutes left. Don't sweat it, Playmakers. Playmakers now with a Joust advantage. Coming out of the tunnel, it's going to be Lucky with the disc. Ooh, throwing it mid right to the other stack. Generally not a solid plan. Obviously, I'm sure they didn't see the stack, but nonetheless, it was a turnover that they do not need, especially when StarZone is already 5 points ahead. As Random Hype is now receiving the disc, going in towards as the goalie is distracted, goes for the pass down to Haywee. Haywee goes for the shot, but the save, the deflection there does go back in the hands of Spider. Spider taking the shot, or it says Haywee. All right, Spider Guy. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what happened. I got so confuzzled, you guys don't get a replay.
Haywie's head got in the way. Here we go. Joust advantage back on the Playmakers side as they've got 6 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Gonna grab that disc is Maja. Maja gonna quickly send it down through the tunnel and right back into the midfield. Oh, that stack is a double stunner as they were able to get that stack killed. Wiglet's right now with the disc in possession, going to drop it for a moment. Still going to be able to pick that one up, though, as they are getting attacked by some defenders. The disc is going a little bit wide, not quite connecting with their Playmakers team, but it's going to be Wiglet's picking that one up.
Wiglet's picking it up, passing it over to no one at the moment. Passing the teammates, getting to Lucky. Lucky passing it back up to the nest, but just over Wiglet's fingertips, not quite could get there. Can Wiglet stack the I meant stun, but no. I mean, they kind of did stack on the defense, so that's kind of right. But Spider Guy, beautiful evasion of the defense there. And Cosmic Idiot in the chat there. I do recall that team name. Yes, indeed. I remember that one specifically. I do remember. So I remember just thinking, please be kind, rewind, because I remember dating myself with my team, because they're like, what do you mean, please be kind, rewind? And I'm like, nothing. And just, that's not nothing, though. Maja scoring 3 points.
Maja coming in with that 3, shrinking that lead just to 4. Still half of this round to go. Boy, oh boy, this is an intense one. As they come out for the Joust, StarZone gonna have the possession of the disc here. See how they respond to it. That's gonna be Haywee with it right now. Quickly gonna send it right through as the stack does attack, stunning them out. That's gonna be Wiglet's picking it back up, sending it right back down through the midfield, all the way down into the bubble. As defense does get home, however, Lucky. Oh, Random Hype. Ooh, man.
That was close. I was excited for it, but that save was great. That was a great turn of events here as this third round continues to unfold as we coming up to the 4-minute remaining mark here very shortly. A good clear here from Lucky, but can they stack to recover it? Yes, they will pick it up the shot, but unfortunately Wiglet is not going to get it in this time. It is recovered by Maja. Maja passing it over off the floor. It is going to go around Wiglet. Can Wiglet dance around the defense? Yes, goes for the shot, but it isn't quite going to be made this time as it does kind of bounce right back towards the midfield.
Gonna be Wiglet's picking that one up, trying to get away from Random Hype. Sends that disc over to Midnight Trumpet. Midnight Trumpet moving right into the bubble, looking for the pass, but not quite connected. And it's anybody's disc, but Wiglet's is able to get a hand on it, sending it sailing across the arena and right back down. Well, that's going to be a turnover as they did make a slight error. We're not counting on the stuns coming in.
Ooh, that disc just having problems getting out of the blue bubble. It is finally out here now, but it will be picked up by Maja, trying to get it out of their bubble as soon as possible. Getting it right back over to StarZone side. We're definitely seeing a bit more play on the StarZone side as of the last little bit. Playmakers really pushing, trying to close that gap and maybe take the lead. But the disc now back in the bubble in the hands of Random. Random for the shot and bouncing in the goal for StarZone. Now 6 points in the lead.
2 goals though, and they still have 3 minutes. So this is very much anybody's game, and of course it all boils down to what happens right here in the next 3 minutes. So Playmakers are going to have the joust advantage. Let's see how they do this one. I've been interested watching their plays each time they come out. It's very different. They have a different play style. Spider Guy going to make that interception though in the trap area, but Maja going to steal it, heading right down in towards the bubble, looks for Lucky M and finds them. Going to send that one in for the goal. Playmakers up on the board for 2 more.
Yeah, and just like that, they're down to only 4 points behind. Still 2 goals. That's nothing here with just over 2 minutes remaining. We know they have the ability to do it. I love the fact that we're 2 goals away in this round 3 final round of this matchup, as the joust advantage is with StarZone now. Haywee with a quick pass down, but it is going to bounce around back towards. It does turn into a self pass. Haywee getting it to Jordan. Jordan clearing it down, but unfortunately there's no teammates down there, but they got down there nice and quick, but not before Midnight Trumpet could get it cleared out.
That's going to be Jordan sending that one back to Haywee. Haywee going to cross over to Random Hype. Random Hype moving right in. Not quite going to connect with the goal as it's back into the hands of Wigglets. Also, a huge shout out to Ruby coming in with the hydrate. Thank you so very, very much. And Milky Boy's calling you out, hoping that you have a hand free from cams to grab a drink.
Indeed I shall. Either when a goal is scored or when we get to the scoreboard. That's pretty much the best time for me, but until then, we have Haywee clearing it out, but it will be turned over by Maja, just quickly clearing it down the arena. Having no teammates in place, but at that point, the goal is just to stack down there, beat the other team stack, and make a goal before they can get there, but Random turning this around and having the stacks to follow up. Haywee goes up, takes the shot, makes it 2 more points for StarZone.
Yep, and they are back up 6 points again. Oh, mercy. 50 seconds left on the clock. It's not over, but it would have to be really, really tight and really aggressive right about now. Playmakers coming out with that joust. Going to grab that disc is Maja. Sends it quickly down the tunnel, all the way down. Not quite going to be able to connect with their teammate, though. And Haywee going to send that disc careening back down to the other end of the arena with Jordan there. And it is in. And StarZone is going to take a very nice 8-point lead.
Yes, a very healthy 8-point lead that will secure their victory. That was definitely the cherry on top to 100% guarantee the win. But nonetheless, here there will be a few seconds left, so let's see what Playmakers does with it. With 10 seconds to go, Mahjong with a quick clear, fantastic clear. They just need the players down there to capitalize. Bounces right back to Midnight Trumpet. Midnight Trumpet to Wiglet. Wiglet takes the shot, and no, Spider Guy gonna get one last save in there. It was a great play though. From the orange team, getting that disc down there so quickly. That's what they needed to be doing, so that's just pure evidence right there. They did not give up until the very, very end.
And this is both of these teams' last matches here in VRML Season 7. So kudos for a season well played, and I hope you guys have had as much fun as we have getting to bring you some of your matches. Also, huge shout out to Sphinx there in the Twitch chat. Hello, friend. We see you there. Glad you're hanging out with us for a bit. Well, Dano, that was a fantastic match, and we've got 3 more coming up this evening. At 8 o'clock, we have Slothosaurus versus Monologue, and then at 9, Blue X as they take on the Trash Pandas, and of course, then at 10, MIA versus Vicious. So you are going to want to come back and hang out with us and see some more of those. So go walk the dog, make a snack, do whatever you need to do, and come back here for the 8 o'clock match. We will see you in a bit.
Yes, we'll see you shortly.
Season 7 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, Downpour Interactive, and VRware.net.